All right. What else we got? Okay. How about something fun? I'm sure you guys will love this very much. You have a right to defend yourself. 7-Eleven clerk fired after shooting attacker. So 7-Eleven says, no, thank you. You can't defend yourselves from individuals while on shift. So if I know there's lots of lonely men in the chat that maybe want a woman who can handle herself, and I'll let you guys be the judge here.
We are hearing from a 7-Eleven clerk who shot a suspect in the stomach after police say he attacked her over a counterfeit bill. Fox 25's Rob Hagan joins us live tonight. Rob, I hear she just got some news from 7-Eleven.
That's right, Wendy. Good evening. Now, Stephanie Dilliard says 7-Eleven corporate called her today and fired her for using her own gun in self-defense. They say it's against company policy.
Who? PSI? Huh. Let me search PSI real fast. Oh, nothing pops up? That's weird. It's almost like it's gone.
She says she's lucky to be alive.
Based.
25-year-old Stephanie Dilliard was a 7-Eleven clerk who faced terror after she says a man tried to strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos.
Let me play that back in full. Okay, just so you guys get the full context of this lady got choked out for not accepting a $100 bill. A obviously fake. It's probably Monopoly money. Let's be real.
She says she's lucky to be alive. 25-year-old Stephanie Dilliard was a 7-Eleven clerk who faced terror after she says a man tried to strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream. It happened Thursday, just before midnight.
He threatened me, said that he was going to slice my head off, and then that's when I tried to call the police. Realized he started throwing things at me. Came behind the counter. I tried to run off, but he grabbed his hands around my neck and pushed me out of the counter space. That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
Police say the suspect, 59-year-old Kenneth Thompson, ran to MacArthur Boulevard and Northwest 34th Street and called.
Bro, that is a strong constitution right there. If you're getting gas station burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream, like we talked earlier about biological weapons, but you've basically become a biological weapon at that point, bro. Imagine just shooting him and he just explodes because of all the toxic fumes on the inside. Wow.
911. Police say Dilliard is protected under Oklahoma's self-defense law, but she says 7-Eleven Human Resources fired her Monday morning for use.
YouTube, careful. Relax, YouTube. It's not my fault, okay? It's not guns, they're airsoft.
Using her own gun.
Said that
Yeah, YouTube doesn't care.
they were going to separate from employment because of a violation policy.
Dilliard.
So, all right. This is the corporate hellscape that we are currently in right now. They said we are going to separate our employment due to a violation of policy. We're firing you because you defended yourself. That's what's going on here. We fired you for you're not allowed to carry a gun while on our premises. Yes, we force you to work overnight shifts in a sketchy part of the neighborhood that's been robbed 4 times this year, but you aren't allowed to defend yourself in any way, shape, or form. Actually, we'd rather you be dead because that man did choke you, threaten to cut your head off, so on and so forth, over not accepting a counterfeit dollar bill. We will absolutely put you in harm's way. But if you, gosh dang it, if you defend yourself, we will fire you and make sure you can't earn a livelihood.
7-Eleven to this girl.
I don't much like the tone of your voice.
No, that's her to the counterfeiter.
Yeah.
Okay, Saddam Hussein, Pog,
It's the
enjoy that. That's actually
glasses.
fine.
I gotta agree with him. It's the glasses. She probably is.
That they were going to separate from employment because of a violation policy.
Dilliard says she was working by herself from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for more than 2
Horrible shift. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Damn.
2 years. On Monday, she still had a scratch on her neck and burns on her finger from firing the pistol.
This was a situation where I felt like I was put in a corner between choosing between my job and my life. And I'm always going to choose my life because there's people that depend on me. I'm going home. You know, that's my goal. I need to be here for my kids.
Thompson was arrested at the hospital and charged with assault and battery, threatening acts of violence, trying to pass a fake bill, and a felony warrant for violating parole. Dilliard hopes this incident serves as a wake-up call so no other clerks get hurt or killed, especially women.
If I known that, there's a potential where somebody could be for real in taking my life away, that I will do whatever it takes. I hope that, women see that and, they'll do the same thing. You have the right to defend yourself.
Now, I've reached out to 7-Eleven for comment, but since news time, I've not heard back. And Dilliard says she was supposed to use, quote, store items in self-defense.
Oh, what? Sorry, play that again. You're supposed to use a store item for. Throw that Twinkie at him, all right? That 6'2" monster of a man that's currently choking you out. Maybe you should throw a Snickers bar at him. Maybe the vein will distract him long enough for you to call police, all right? Throw a Twinkie at him, all right? Do something, all right? Maybe a Hot Pocket. Maybe a meat stick where the sun don't shine. It'll get him to lay off you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
I
going
don't
to
know,
say a
man.
Snickers suppository.
Yeah, dude. Wife in the basement never happens. Never have to worry about her getting killed by a mongoloid trying to push off a fake $100 bill. Simple as.
She was supposed to.
Yeah. Funnily enough, that store sells 9mm, so I actually was using store items to stop the thief.
What was her name again? I'm wondering if there's a crowd fund for the.
Let me see. Stephanie Dilliard. I mean, you could Google it real fast. Or I could Google it real fast. Fundraiser. Hey, look, there is a fundraiser. Support. $45,000.
Awesome.
Excellent.
That is
Good for you,
awesome.
bro. Use that money well, please.
Can we drop
Please
that
do
in
not
the
waste
chat?
that. Yeah, of course. $45,000. Support Stephanie Dilliard after job loss. You have a right to defend yourself. 7-Eleven clerk fired after shooting at attacker. Before we get to this, though, I want to hear that last bit one more time, just to make sure that I heard that right.
But since news time, I've not heard back. And Dilliard says she was supposed to use, quote, store items in self-defense. Live in Oklahoma City, Rob Hagan.
Yeah, store items in self-defense. All right, bud.
Well,
All
that
right,
9mm was in the store.
My name is Stephanie Dilliard. I'm 25 years old, a mom to 1 toddler, and a bonus mom to 2 teens. Oh. Rough family situation, okay? Rough family situation. Doesn't mean that she deserves to get strangled and killed for
The 2
working
teens
at the
could
job.
be her sisters. We know, but we don't know.
I mean, she's only 25 years old, so more than likely she just has a live-in boyfriend of some sort with, or she's adopted, or holding on to family's kids or something. We don't know, but maybe it's for altruistic reasons, right? You never know. On Friday morning, I was attacked at my job. 7-Eleven refused. I refused to accept a counterfeit bill, which the man then threatened to kill me and came behind the counter, choked me, and slammed me against the sandwich case. I pulled out my firearm and shot him in the stomach. Police say it's self-defense, and I went home. Only to get a call Monday from 7-Eleven HR saying I was fired for violating policy. I worked for over 2 years. 2 years, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That is a horrible shift. But my days didn't end then. I would come home and be with our 3-year-old while my boyfriend works blue collar. I would get an average of 3 hours of sleep every day. However, the toddler napped in 2 hours when my boyfriend gets off work. As many already know, overnight clerks are by ourselves. We have no security, and we are not allowed to carry self-defense weapons, including mace. However, working conditions, it was not realistic for me to be able to follow policy and be able to go home to my kids if a situation happened. Yeah, absolutely based. Break company policy all the time. Full disclosure, as an Amazon driver, I was strapped 100% of the time. Yeah, 100% of the time. What are you kidding me? You think I'm dying for an Amazon package? No. Call an
Somebody
ambulance,
is.
but somebody is, and it's not going to be me, fine sir. All the Section 8 housing I had to go into, no, I was strapped 100% of the time.
Yeah, I was a gas station worker too, and I asked them on my first day. I said, "So what's policy on this?" And they said, "Oh, no, we can't." I said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to, just so you know." They're like, "Well, I didn't hear that." I said, "Good. Well, I told you."
Myself, no security, allowed to carry self-defense, policy to go home. That's why I decided to carry in the first place. I never expected for me to be in this situation, but I did what I had to do to go home to my kids. I was a good employee, committed and determined, but in between a rock and a hard place, I need to make a quick decision: lose my life or lose my job. Always choose to lose your job. If you can, anything helps my family and I while we take time to recover and look for another job. Whole reason I was working overnight in the first place was to save to buy a home and get out of the city. Oh, good. Well, ma'am, $45,000 is a fantastic down payment, and I hope that you give your kids a good home and a good father figure, because that's actually more important than any of that stuff.
Well-
Yeah, so best of luck. Oklahoma City, crappy
I will
place.
say this: the boyfriend apparently approved of her carrying and told her to carry in this situation.
As he
I don't
should.
approve of the fact that he didn't help her find a different job, but circumstances, hours, whatever else, it is what it is. I understand.
45K is not even half the average down payment these days. I don't think that's right.
It
I'm pretty
depends
sure
on
there's
where
a
you're at.
lot of 5 and 10% down. Let me look up average down payment. I mean, you might be right. I don't own a house, so average down payment on a house. It
Usually 30K.
is $30,000. So 45 is well more than that. So I don't know where you're getting a 90K average down payment. It says in 2025 it is roughly 14.4%, which equates to $30,400.
Yeah, it's what
And it gives
I
me
said
a
roughly about
map.
30.
Oklahoma City is only 27K average down payment. It's very cheap. So this is actually double the average down payment in Oklahoma where she lives. So good on you. Get out of the city, pay off your debts, live well, give your children a good life. Well,
Homeschool.
yeah, but the average is only 14, and most people aren't buying 425K houses. Now, if you live in California, the average down payment is $70,000. Right?
That's why you shouldn't live in California.
Yeah.
One of the many reasons.
I mean, what's funny is Oklahoma is actually more expensive than South Dakota in this regard. South Dakota's at 34K average down payment. What's the lowest? Ohio's 24.
What's West Virginia?
West Virginia is 22. It is actually lowest. West Virginia is the lowest at 22K.
That's one thing I do know is real estate. A little bit about it. West Virginia's some really rough areas, and
Yeah,
their
well,
housing
that's
is
just really
very
crappy
cheap.
houses for sure. Although I
Yeah.
bet you South Dakota is only expensive because of Rapid City, because Rapid City just has Rapid City might as well be like Washington or Oregon prices for how expensive it is, because it's beautiful over there. So it's all rich people trying to get away from the city. So they're like, oh, let's go here. We'll have our second summer house. It'll be beautiful. And it is, but it just makes everything really exciting or really expensive.